A warm welcome to everyone. I'm Haripriya, Assistant Professor, Department of Costume Design and Fashion. So I'm going to present a video on fashion illustration. So in this video, we are going to see about the historical period costumes. First, the medieval fashions from 5000 to 1500 CE. So the clothing becomes more layered and filled due to the advancement in tailoring. So mainly they concentrated on layered garments, and it was seems to be the fitter due to the advancement in the tailoring. So the garments has been mainly created using different tailoring styles. Next, the Europe saw the feudal influences with noble wearing elaborative dyed fabrics, while peasants wore woolen garments. Mainly, the European uses the noble wearing elaborating dyed fabrics. So they mainly concentrate on dyed garments, and it seems to be a very pleasant feel with this woolen garments has been included while wearing. Next, the Byzantine Empire introduced the integrating silk textiles with gold embroideries. So they particularly introduced gold embroidery in the silk garments. So they use the silk cloth because the royal uses the silk cloths. So in using with the silk cloths, they use the gold threads for the embroidery, mainly to decorative, and it seems to be gives a royal look over the garments. Next, Islamic fashion emphasized the modesty with the layered tunics, robes and veils. So they concentrated on those things like this. They used to wear tunics, robe it seems to be a gown like structure over it, and veils it is in the top of the garments, top of the head. They used as a mainly for a decorative one. It seems to be the Islamic fashion. Next, Renaissance and the brocade fashion from 1500 to 1700. The Renaissance era brought fitted silhouettes, corsets and luxurious fabrics like velvet, brocade, lace. So those fashion has been developed in this period. Those fashions was developed in this period, mainly the woolen, velvet, brocade. Velvet it is a very decorative one, and the brocades it seems to be a very decorative one, and lace was mainly a lightweight, and it seems to be a netted fabric, and it was used in a decorative one. Next, men wore doublets and breeches, while women dresses featured a wide skirt. So they uses having different view like this to decorative one, and it seems to be gives a royal look to them while wearing those garments. Next, the brocade period favored the dramatic excreted styles with rich embroidery and wigs. So they mainly concentrated on the rich embroideries. So they concentrated in a rich embroidery like it was seems to be very grand embroidery, very different style embroideries, and it was highlighted in the neck places or in the cuff places, that is here. In men's garment we used to have a cuff here, so in here and in the neck portions, so mainly concentrated on those portions to highlight these places. Next, from 18th century to 19th century fashion, first one is Rococo style from 1700 years. Ornate and pastel colors with lace and bows. So mainly very pastel colors, which means very light colors. So those colors has been used with the lace and bows. Bow, which means having a ribbon like structure in the neck places, or in it seems to be in the bottom or in the waist places, they will be concentrated. So to be to highlighting or emphasizing the particular places, they use this laces and bows. Neoclassic influences. So which is neoclassic? Inspired by the Greco-Romania draping. So mainly in the before video we have seen the Greek and Roman having different draping styles. So on collaborating with the Greek and Roman draping styles, high-waisted dresses like empirical silhouettes has been mainly concentrated like this. So the many draping styles has been included using high-waisted one. Next, Victorian fashion from 1837 to 1901. The corsets which means the top portion from the neck to the waist or neck to the chest portion. Mainly the corsets seems to be a shaped one. So criosolines and busties shaped women's figures, men, and wore structured suits. So like this. Mainly it concentrates from neck to waist. Waist, which means from your elbow touches your body. It seems to be it called a waist. So that portion has been mainly concentrated. So it is a different fashion from Victorian era. Next, 20th century to modern fashion. Early 1900s, Edward's elegance, lace, long skirts, but World War I led to a practical clothing. So we are using those styles. It was mainly concentrated on different colors with the different styles, like a layered one. It has different layers. Next, 1920s, flare draped dresses, short hairs, and loose silhouettes reflected the socialist shifts. So they wore different hairstyles. They are all having different hairstyles. They using loose dresses, that is flapper dresses. It seems to be falling over what are all the weight of the base garments. So silhouettes reflected the social shifts from the top to bottom. Everyone is wearing different styles of garments, but it seems to be in a same level without social status. So 1950s, post-war femininity, cringed waist, full skirts, tailored suits for men's. So they mainly concentrated on a tight waist and with a flared skirt. Flared, which means having a flares, like it will be having a more fall. So 1960s to 70s, youth-driven styles, mini skirts, bell bottoms, and happy fashions. So in 1980s, power dresses with fashion brands. Mainly the mini fashion brands has been developed on those periods. It's having different view styles, different fashion styles. Everyone having their own unique styles of wearing. Different brands having different styles. So it was differentiated here. So 1980s to 90s. Power dressing, street wears, and rise of global fashion brands. So from here itself, the fashion brands has been developed for different area of which means from different global places, different geographies has been developed. Contemporary fashion. So till now, 2000 to present. Fashion is now highly globalized with the digital influencing shaping trends, sustainable fashions, technology driven textiles, and gender fluid styles are becoming prominent. Fast fashions or ethical fashions is a major industry debate. So nowadays the fast fashion, which is more fast and more easily reaches the customers, and ethical fashion, which means how it seems to be very good to the wearer and how the quality has been described. So those fashions has been mainly described here by nowadays. So the next video will be continued with clothing theories and modesty theories. Everything has been continued. So thank you.